Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cooking with Suzanne. So happy New Year to everyone. 2025, hopefully it's going to be a good, healthy, and happy New Year for everyone. I'm just getting ready to make an appetizer that I thought I would share with you. It's very easy, very healthy, good fresh ingredients. It's wonderful for 2 people, it's wonderful for 20 people, and super simple to make. So, I just want to tell you what I have here in this dish, which is quite hot because I just took it out of the oven. All that's in here is a red onion that I sliced thinly. I put on the bottom of my dish here. Actually, it was just a half of a red onion. I took 3 cloves of garlic and just smashed it with my knife a little bit just to loosen it, but the skin is still on. And then I took a basket of cherry tomatoes and just sprinkled it over the top of the onions, and then drizzled 1 tablespoon of good extra virgin olive oil and 1 tablespoon of a nice balsamic glaze, which nowadays you can get in any Italian market, you can get in grocery stores. It's super easy. If you don't happen to like the flavor of balsamic, you can certainly use, you could use maple syrup, you could use honey. You just want something to sweeten up the onions and the tomatoes. And that's all that's in here. I did put a little bit of dried oregano. In the wintertime, I tend to use more dried herbs than I have fresh. So there's about a half a teaspoon of some nice dried oregano, and just seasoned it lightly with a little bit of salt, kosher salt, and black pepper. I placed it in the oven. You can get this all set up ahead of time. You could put it in a big tray if you want a big crowd, and 425 degrees. This took 25 minutes. You wanna wait until the skins are starting to separate from the tomatoes and they're just slightly charred. So I'm just going to pick this up a little bit so I can bring it over and show it to you. And there's quite a bit of juice now, which is from the tomatoes, and there's still the olive oil and balsamic. So now I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. This has such good flavor. It would be wonderful with a nice glass of red wine. I think possibly a Tempranillo would be very nice here. And let me just say that I'm just going to add a couple of ingredients just to step it up a little bit. So here I have some fresh parsley, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of fresh chopped parsley, and I want to remove the garlic because we're going to put this on our toast. So let's take the garlic away and see how easy the skin is coming right off as I'm removing it from the dish. So you want to just remove the skin. That's all garlic right there. So here's another skin and a little more skin. Then what you can do is just take a fork and you want to mash up the garlic, and then you could put a little bit on each toast if you like roasted garlic. If you don't have to use it. It will still flavor your dish very nicely, but if you do like that taste, because it's sweet now, it's not, it hasn't blackened at all, it's nice and sweet, so I think it'll taste really good on our toast. And what I did here was I thickly sliced some ciabatta, and I just placed it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 4 or 5 minutes. I didn't turn it over. I drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil. So it's a little bit crunchy, but the toast is still soft, and you want it that way. You don't want it too hard, and the other side is nice and soft. So here's our toast, and we can just take, let me just move these plates. We can take a little bit of the garlic and just spoon it on our toast. This would make a really nice first course if you were having a dinner party, but it also would be nice for a buffet table, or as I said, just for 2 people that are looking for a good snack like Bob and I are. It's cold, very unseasonably cold down here, and we're just trying to stay warm. Here we go. So that's all done. Let me put that aside. And you just want to take all of your ingredients. The red onion is really, I sliced it sort of in wedges, but nice and thin. Now everything is perfectly cooked. And I would like to add a couple more ingredients. I have here some black Kalamata olives that I sliced, and I think it would complement the tomatoes and onions. I just have about 6 olives here that I quartered. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. And the rest we will put right on top of the toast. So now you just take a spoonful on each one. Make sure you have enough tomato and onion for each toast. Oh, that looks great. And I have a little bit of scallion, a little bit of feta cheese that I cubed. I happen to have a little bit of prosciutto left over, so I fried it up, and I thought a little bit of prosciutto in there would be nice, but it's only because I happen to have it in the fridge. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even use it. But I have it, it's delicious, and I know it'll go well with all of these ingredients. Then take a few pieces of feta cheese and put it right on the top. And you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way. And of course, the cheese is somewhat salty. So when we go ahead and add a little bit of cheese on top, you need to be careful because you don't want to over season it. And I have some scallions here. And I know the onion in the dish is already there, but it's cooked onion. These scallions are not cooked, and it'll add another crunch and another onion flavor to our toast here. So let's just put a little bit of that on. And then to finish it off, we can put a little bit of Maldon sea salt or fleur de sel over the top. And if you happen to have a really good extra virgin olive oil, you can drizzle it, or just try to take a little bit more from here. If you have a little extra, just go ahead and drizzle it right on the top. There we go. Make sure your plate's nice and clean. And here is a nice, simple hors d'oeuvre or first course or appetizer. It looks delicious and smells really, really good. So there it is. Bon appetit, everyone. Talk about a nice, simple, easy dish. I'll put all the ingredients in the description. I always forget to ask you to subscribe and like. And if you happen to like this video, please do so. And look forward to our next video together. Okay, take care. Bye now.